This episode is brought to you by GFY Productions.
That's too many.
Not enough.
Nope, too many. A little higher.
The jams are live. I don't know what that means. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Best of Five with your host, Gii.
And also G.
Yeah, Chris couldn't make it today, so this is just a...
I bumped his drink.
This is just a...
They can't see your drink, G.
What's it called? A hologram of Chris.
Yes, I'm the Tupac hologram.
We're getting fancy today, and we're drinking...
Some moonshine out of margarita glasses.
It's true. So
cheers.
what do people say when they drink moonshine? Don't tell anybody. Oh, man, that picks up everything, doesn't it? So, Chris, that's actually really good. How are you?
It's pretty good, but it's still moonshine. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm scared.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because we'll see how this goes.
Because moonshine?
Yeah, it's like that good moonshine that you're just like, oh, we're probably really drunk right now. We shouldn't be.
Yeah. Well,
I
see.
should probably find out what the proof is on this.
Eh.
It's homemade.
I like more of an extreme sport. You kind of just do it until you find out it's too much.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. So buy this moonshine. I actually don't buy it because I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, I don't know where this came from.
Legit, like, it was gifted to me, and I didn't even ask questions. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't want to drink it anymore.
Why?
Because we have no idea where it came from. It could have like poison in it or drugs.
Yeah.
Like acid or something.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in that case.
Start tripping balls like halfway through our podcast.
A whole new world.
Pineapples. Pineapples, I'm not ready.
Oh, man.
Well, we're excited you guys being here. We're going to get this started, and I hope you guys have enjoying season 3. Mm-hmm. We're how many episodes in right now?
65.
Dang. That's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lot's happened since we've done these, so. But yeah, let's get to it.
Let's go. I keep looking at the playback screen instead of the camera.
Slacker. Let's get to it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Round 1.
All right. First subject. This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be very, very opinionated based.
Aren't they all?
No.
I guess mine are all factual.
We're facts.
Straight fact forward.
Facts on facts. It's NFT and cryptocurrency. NFT and cryptocurrency.
Gross.
So
For both. That's all I want to say right there.
I feel like this is the moment where the generational gap between us and the Zers.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's us doing all of this. We're just not in that group
We're
of
just
people.
too poor to really know what they are.
Yeah, I really think it is. Well, I mean, I know what they are. I don't know how you don't know what they are. But anyway.
I mean, I know what crypto is. If it works or not. I mean, everything's becoming more universal. So yeah, it probably is going to work. But
yeah, I don't know. Like my real problem with crypto isn't even like it's Dogecoin or whatever meme coin or even Bitcoin to that matter. It's the fact that like famous people, like more specifically like famous YouTubers, are taking advantage of their audience and they're like creating coin and then selling this coin and then literally selling it all and taking all the money. So the whole point of crypto is you buy a coin and it goes up in value and then you sell it to some other person. But all these people are just like selling their coins and then the owner who like gets all the money just shuts down the website. So then no one can sell their coin. So they just lost like $3,000 buying all this bullshit coin just so the $3,000 they gave it to, that person just takes their money and leaves.
it's gotta burst,
It's
right?
fucking, I mean, maybe.
Like the whole point of currency is to be able to use it from transaction to transaction, not to just like raise it up as a stock and then
Yeah, I mean, that's
retrieve it, right?
literally what's happening. But the problem is, like, it's not the same coin. It's literally new ones all the time. Like, there's this one, I might have already talked about this. There's one that came out a while ago called, like, Squid Coin, kind of trying to market off of the Squid Game.
Yeah.
And, like, literally on their website, they said that once you buy a coin, you can't resell it. Which is the whole point of buying crypto, is to resell it at a higher price or whatever.
Is it what's I don't know.
But
I
like,
just think it's kind of
they're just taking advantage of people who don't know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly.
And it's so bad.
I actually had a buddy of mine who lost like a shit ton of money through he got hacked somehow. Because that's possible. If anything's technologically based.
I mean, most people just give their password to somebody, but that's neither here nor there. Not saying your buddy did that, but I'm just saying most times when people get hacked, they literally just give their password to the wrong website.
No, I think he was like on a flight And like when he got off, he was like, "Thank you for exchanging your money or whatever."
Cute.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I don't know. I don't get it, and it's also probably the old timey me being like, "Well, money's money." But if you look at the history of the currency, we pretty much are in crypto in the sense of like we're not backed by anything at this point.
Yeah.
The gold standard was taken away, I think, during the Great Depression.
Yeah, it was like a long ass time ago, like 100 years ago now.
Yeah. And it might be even before that. You might want to check me on that. But
What was it, like 1 ounce of gold was $1? No, it was less than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I just think it's funny. It's all superficial, but we still like rely on it so much.
Yeah, and even like if you look at it, like banks, they don't have as much actual money as they say, like as their total accounts.
It's all up in the air.
Yeah, so it's all like fake digital money anyway. Like the last time like I actually like had to like pay for something big in cash was years, if not decade ago.
Yeah, that's weird, man.
Yeah, either like wrote a check or like paid with my card.
We've become such a complex society that we just trust the system.
Yeah, for real. I mean, you kind of have to. Like, there's really nothing you can do about it.
But those Big Daddy Trump and Big Daddy Biden checks, though, I was pretty happy about them. They helped me out. Yeah. Saved my ass from a lot of shit.
All that fake money still, though. That money never existed.
Hey, some of my stuff that I had to pay off did.
Yeah, right. For real.
All right, now NFTs. NFTs are something that I kind of also don't get. I also don't get why it's a thing, but it's blowing up for some random reason.
It's like digital art that, I don't know, it's all this like collector shit. So like, when you buy like the first edition Jordans that are like limited edition, only 100 pairs made.
Yeah. It's
that, but it's not real. It's not tangible.
Yeah, and that's my thing.
That's what I don't understand about it. It's like,
was it you that told me that there was this guy who he's suing the creator because he like sold him this NFT for like obviously an outrageous amount of money, because that's what happens now. It's the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Talk about being rich and just being able to spend
on shit.
Yeah, because I'm over here like, man, gas is pretty shitty right now.
Yeah. It's like I need to go to the grocery store, but gas is too expensive. So it'd be cheaper if I just order Uber or order like Grubhub or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, so I guess he like sold him this NFT that was like worth like a ton. And then the guy started making like identical, like, not prints, but identical images
so
for free.
Instead of taking like his NFT that he bought, so it's like got off the blockchain of it, he just like created a completely separate one and just started giving it away, like completely devaluing the NFT.
I guess it proves the point, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's crazy to me that people haven't, like me, I'm over here trying to just figure out how to fucking, like I said, put gas in my tank, or even be like,
dude, for real.
Oh man, I gotta watch how I spend now. And there's people just being like, oh, I'm gonna put 50 grand on this fucking NFT that's a fucking rabbit that is like digging a hole.
Yeah, and like I'm down to like buy like art like from homies for like even like hundreds of dollars. I'm so down to do that because I have an actual physical thing. But if they made that into an NFT, I don't know if I would even like be interested in buying.
This is like such a super high thought. Like hits the blunt and be like, is it just because everything's becoming digital we have to make everything digital?
I think that's literally the idea behind it. But like once the internet dies, which it will, all this shit's going away.
Yeah, because I mean, like,
because it's non-tangible.
Because it's like the whole like idea of having a vinyl is like having a piece and having that like on physical.
Yeah, exactly.
Something physical, right? And then you go into like digital music, so then it devalues just what vinyls are. So then you start doing singles instead. But then even then, like for that, I mean, it got exploited as well because we don't make shit for putting all this content out anyways.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. It's kind of sketchy for me, but that's also because I'm also like old timey. I like having physical. I like knowing what I have. Like even like having a bank account is so scary for me sometimes. I'm just like, no, spend, and then you look and you're like, oh fuck, like all my money's gone because I just didn't check it.
Yeah, I don't do that, so I can't relate on that one.
I mean, I don't do that all the time, but it happens sometimes, when you're just like, oh yeah, like when you go out to a bar and to go get drinks, for example. You know what I mean?
And dude, like I guess that brings to a point how like fake money is, because you can literally like overdraft your bank account and your bank just gives you more money.
Oh yeah, like
it's just like you go like negative like $40. They just like give you $40 to spend just so they can charge you that $40 and like 60 or whatever. I don't know what the transaction fee is anymore.
It used to be 34, but
luckily
I don't remember. I can actually proudly say I haven't overdrawn my account in so long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't done that either.
I'm so proud about that.
Like weird adult flex. Oh, that was time.
And that was time. Some people are like, "What's an overdraft fee?" Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
all right?
yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I haven't overdraft my account in so long. I don't even remember.
That's growing up, people.
Yeah, right.
You young kids watching this.
Like, I remember when I was like 21 and I like went out to the bar. I was like, all right, I have $20 in my bank account, but I get paid at midnight. So I can spend $45 and then I'll get my check at midnight and I won't get overdrafted. Money's not real. Money is not fucking
real. We're sad. Anyways, let us know what you guys think of NFTs and all that fun stuff.
Or don't. I really don't want to hear your opinion on it because I fucking hate the idea.
I mean, if it's a hot take, let me know.
Yeah, dude.
Let me know. Just put like G, comma, and then write it down.
So I just found out like today, one of my buddies from like high school is now like a crypto miner.
Cool.
I'm just like, fuck, man, you're one of those. I'm unfriended.
I mean, good for you, I guess. But my theory is also if you think making money is easy, you're probably fucking someone over.
Yeah.
If you're not working for your money, you're probably fucking someone over.
For real.
Or just won the lottery, which
also
still
like how can you
over.
just like mine money? That's what confuses me.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on.
Round 2.
All right,
I
Chris.
have to calm down.
All right, Chris, what's the second subject?
I have to calm down for a second because we just had like a little in-between scene argument and
There's no argument. I literally just brought something up and I was like, oh, we'll save it for later. Now
yeah,
he's
so
mad.
it's going to be on DVD extras because now I'm mad.
Anyways, Chris.
Anyway,
What's the second subject?
being creative is hard.
Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And I don't think it's necessarily just being creative as much as it's also just being like happy with your work.
Yeah, that's I had to learn like early on to like just be okay with things because it's never going to be right.
I'm extremely overcritical about all my stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I do that I just don't enjoy. Like a lot. Not even just like creatively, but just
Yeah, I don't enjoy stuff either.
Yeah, I hate me. I really hate myself. No, being creative is absolutely hard, especially now. It's such a competitive thing that sometimes
It's like the pandemic was awesome because it gave a lot of creative freedom, like just time for people to be creatively, I don't know, expressive because they had time to do it for once in their entire life. And then now everybody does something, which I'm not saying is bad, but it's like, fuck, everybody does something.
But that doesn't mean that something is good.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest thing sometimes is to understand that. And I think the one thing that I miss the most is having constructive criticism because everything's an opinion now and everything's like an attack.
Mm-hmm. It's like there's a lot of local bands that are just not good. But you can't say like, hey, man, I think you guys need to do this better because they'll be like, who the fuck are you? I'm like, I'm just I think I'm a professional. Like I've been doing music in Greeley and getting paid to do it for a long time.
I mean, credit to them for actually getting out there and exposing themselves for sure. But at the same time, I feel like now more than anything, everyone thinks that they can be creative, which again, I'm not dismissing that, but someone who actually like, for people who actually think about creativity, like all day long and just like,
and like a lot of what we try to do is have other people's ideas sound and look good.
Yeah. But what's crazy,
So it's like you see someone that sucks and you're like, I can help with that.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I think, like for me, when I see someone that's like doing something more than I am, obviously that's kind of like jealousy and maybe a little envious, because for one, they're doing it right, and they're like they put themselves out there, they're making it happen. But at the same time, it's just kind of like, yeah, man, but you're like you're missing this, you're missing like the spark or this.
Yeah.
There's like this one thing that's always not always, but when it comes to situations like when I watch like a film or a movie or like hear a song, I'm just like, yeah, but you're just missing something, or maybe you just didn't hit. That's not a good swing,
Yeah, and like, I don't know, kind of talking shit on ourselves, but like everybody has a podcast or started a podcast during the pandemic, and there are so many that are so fucking bad.
I think,
and it's just saturating the market, and it's the bad ones that people listen to, and they're like, that sounds like shit. So this is what all local podcasts must sound like.
What I think the problem is too is that the confidence you have now when you can, because a lot of these things are accessible. If you don't do your research in the thing you're trying to be creative in, you're not going to sound great. You know what I mean? Like, you can hire, you can get special guests that are fucking great, and maybe bring it to the top. But if you're not a good interviewer, or you don't know how to transition into things, or even how to keep a conversation going,
or even if you're a fantastic interviewer and your content is fantastic, yet you don't have the technical know-how to like set up mics correctly, or when you have guests, have them talking to the mic correctly, or even like set up camera and lighting correctly,
Yeah,
it just can ruin a podcast.
And that's just the podcast aspect of it. I was reading on a friend's Instagram post. They're talking about how difficult it is now to be a creative, or not even a creative. Fuck that phrase. An artist. There's two different things, and that's my thing. Is there's two different things. You can be a creative and you can be an artist.
Yeah.
It's like when people call themselves entrepreneurs just because they opened up an Instagram page and
they opened up like
I think there's a big difference in that. But the problem is as an artist, you have so much more of a demand to perform not only online but in person, and to keep that flow going and going and going and going, which I'm not saying is impossible.
It's very tiring.
Exactly, and it honestly, like I've gotten burned out by just trying to like come up with new ideas and things like that, which is why
I got burned out during St. Patrick's week because we were so busy that week, and then it's just like going nonstop for a bunch of shit, and then like Friday came. And I'm just like, I'm not doing anything for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Yeah. I just drank the weekend.
Yeah. I didn't actually drink this weekend. This is the first drink I've had since Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't want to discourage people from being creative. But it's also the rise to fame isn't really a fast process. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. And it's not simply for me to say like, oh, we're like.
Yeah, getting famous is a lot of hard work, but it's also a lot of luck.
Absolutely.
And it sounds shitty because you can be the best at whatever you do, but you're not going anywhere unless you have just enough luck.
What's the common saying is it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
That's definitely very true.
But yeah, no, I also think it is one of those things where some people just aren't as creative as others. And if you're not working towards that creativity specifically, you're not gonna stand out.
Yeah.
Ultimately. And I'm saying that because I feel that way sometimes.
Right.
I mean, I've been playing shows at bars for almost 12 years, and I'm still doing that. You know, I'm not mad about it. I love it and this and that. But at the same time, how much effort am I putting into my own music, my own band, my own live shows with my original content? Damn it, my own original songs.
You called it content, you fucking nerd.
You know, and so being able to do that is scary for me because I see a lot of people who are from Greeley who are killing it and doing great. I'm just like, I cannot.
I see a lot of people that are not. Well,
you know,
and I also see a lot of people that are like killing it, and I'm like, how?
You know who
legitimate, just like how?
You know who I respect a lot, probably like any artist form, is comedians, especially now, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say yes and no because there's a lot of pretentiousness when it comes to being a comedian. I mean,
this guy,
I'm not a comedian. I'm just fucking hilarious. There's a difference. But like, there's just a lot of pretentiousness. Be like,
hilarious.
He's hilarious.
Man, fuck you, son.
What's up, mommy? Kristen in the house.
You gonna tell your mom? Shit.
Yeah. But like, just a lot of pretentiousness. So like, if you meet a comedian out and about, like at an open mic or whatever, and there's like, oh yeah, being a comedian is so much harder than being a musician. I'm like, fuck off. No, it's not, man. Why is it a competition between us? Like,
I think
you stay in your lane, man. You tell jokes, and I'll like play my instrument that it literally took me years to master, and I'm not even close yet. You're sitting here telling dick jokes. Like, I can tell dick jokes that no one will laugh at because that's what happened to you, bro.
Yeah, and that's time. Last thing I will say, and you can leave off with the last note if you'd like to. I think for comedians, I think it's a little bit harder too because there's not a lot of, especially here in Greeley, there's not a lot of venues or spaces for you to practice your craft.
Yeah, we used to have a comedy cellar.
Yeah, right by King Soopers.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, I guess it was under the conditioning spa more so. But yeah, and it got shut down because no one went, and I'm like, that sucks.
That does suck, but you know, it is a matter of, I think we need to get better about having critical, progressive criticisms, right? Or constructive criticisms. I can think of that.
Well, it's not even constructive criticisms; it's the ability to be open to hearing constructive criticism.
I really wish more people told me that I fucking suck.
I think that was my main point. Is like, there's a lot of local bands that suck, and you say like, hey man, you can work on this. Because like some of them like legitimately ask you, they're like, oh, how was that? And they're expecting, oh, dude, it was great. You guys are awesome. But then when you hit them with yeah, I don't know, you could be better. Like on the first song, you missed your bridge. You guys weren't together.
Well, then you just come off as pretentious, right?
And they're just like, oh, well, fuck. I guess you're a professional, aren't you? I'm like, yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes
enough. Yeah,
right. I don't know. And I think that's like the hard balance between being a musician who wants to like help others, or not even just being a musician in general.
Yeah.
It's like trying to be like encouraging, but also not sounding as dickish.
Yeah. I mean, dude, one of the best compliments I've ever gotten was like from an open mic that I just like went to on a whim, and then I started playing, and then the host came up to me and was like, "Damn, man, I could tell you've been practicing." I'm like, "I have, and thank you." Like, that was the best compliment. Like, it wasn't like, "Oh man, you're awesome," or "You sounded good." It's like, I can tell you're improving, and that was fucking awesome.
It's kind of like someone who's a calls himself a computer programmer, but just knows HTML.
Yeah, for real.
You know, there's just a lot of work that goes into it. But creativity's hard.
Yeah.
It's necessary, but it's not easy. And if it's easy, you're probably not working hard.
Some people just shouldn't do it too. But
on to the next thing.
Moving on.
Round 3.
Next,
That's funny.
Next category is defining moments.
Next category? What are you, fucking 12?
No, I think it's because I was watching something that was like that. I don't know what it was. Next category. Next subject.
Next subject.
It's still the same fucking thing.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
You fucking
Next
weirdo.
subject is defining moments. I'm going to drink this while you start, Chris.
Oh, okay, cool. Way to put me on the spot. I didn't even have a second to think. Jesus, you drank that for sure. So I guess you're finished. I guess I'll go now.
Yeah, so defining moments, these are just, we're going to talk about moments that we've had in our lives that have shifted to be where we're at now, or, you know.
Dude, it's good, but it's fucking moonshine.
Yeah.
I think you can feel the moonshine. Just in my mouth.
I guess I might have, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, this is kind of be like situations where it made things to come to where it's at. So for example, I think for both of us, I would say the pandemic was a big point for us to kind of take it to where we wanted to go when it comes to just doing things for each other, but separately and just like as a company. So yeah, the pandemic happened. We were kind of like, fuck, like, you know, what do we do now?
Yeah, because like I do remember that too. Because like I don't even remember what the fuck we were doing. What the fuck were we doing? We were just hanging out doing something, and we're just like, because it was towards like the end of 2020
That we started this?
Yeah.
It was like around October.
Yeah. So towards the end, so it was like just after summer, like all the lockdown and stuff was kind of lifting on certain things, and we like were just like, okay, cool, the bars are open, let's go just have a drink or something. And then we went and just got kind of drunk, and then went back to his place and got kind of drunk, more drunk, and then we just bought a bunch of shit off this fucking idea.
But I think it was also a thing where there was panic. Like for me, I think that started a little bit earlier. So because I was like, how do I play shows? And I was like, well, let me just figure out how to like live stream.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I figured out how to live stream, and then
Let me stop playing with my
that's kind of Why are you fidgeting as much as I am?
I don't know, man.
Like how do I get to the, you know, how do I get people to watch? How do I make income? Things like that. Which kind of transition into, well, I need to start recording music, because we like at the beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
The beginning of the pandemic, like we like did nothing. Like we literally played video games.
Yeah.
Like for like
from
weeks
March
straight.
till at least like end of May.
Yeah, that's all we did. And then I think we got to the point of desperation and being like, what are we doing? Like, just because the world kind of stopped doesn't mean we need to.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably a really big defining moment for me to be like, shit or get off the pot, right? I'll talk about even like when I first started playing music. I've been playing music since I was 8. But I
weird flex, but okay.
Yes, I mean, I'm honestly, the fact that it's been since I was 8 to where I'm at now, it's not impressive. Like my talent has been like this. It's been like the same since I was like 15.
Yeah, you
till
like
now.
peaked when you were 17.
Yeah, yeah. And so like the first time I wrote a song was for a girl, and then she convinced me to like play it in front for the talent show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to impress you, so I'll do that. Played in front of the talent show. Audio stopped. The power turned off on the stage. So they asked for someone to just go acoustically up there. So I played my original song acoustically to like the entire school, and that's when I wanted to become a musician. So that was like a defining moment for me.
Yeah.
How about you? Your kiddo?
I mean, that didn't define me. It defined her when she was born.
That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, kind of on the same note, like I remember learning guitar around like 8 as well, but I just like gave up on it a couple of years into it because I just didn't like playing guitar. And then I picked up bass like a couple of years later, and then I'm just like, yeah, okay, I can do this. And then I think there's the whole idea of like my dad plays guitar, my mom played drums, and like I don't know, in my brain like bass just fit for like that whole family band thing. And yeah, like when I got my first bass, that was definitely like the moment I'm just like, yep, I'm gonna do this for fucking ever now.
Yeah. When I moved to Austin was a huge defining moment for me. I was in a really, really bad spot, like mentally. I was trying to get like away from it. And so I decided to move to Austin. I think I had like $2,000 to my name.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And like I like found like a place on Craigslist. I found like a restaurant to go work at. And like it didn't go well. I think I was there for like 4.5 months. And it got to the point where I realized like, hey, like you need to go back home and you need to deal with some shit.
And like it was kind of like you weren't really planning to come back home. It's just that one of our mutual friends' dads passed away, and you came home for that, right? And then you're just kind of like,
No, I had planned because, like I said, I was in a really bad spot. I was like drinking a lot. I wasn't really taking care of myself, and so I decided, like, I snapped at one point, and I was like, I need to move back. So I put in my 2 weeks notice, and then Bill passed away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I need to go home.
It was like a sign, though. Kind of.
Yeah. And so I ended up leaving like a few days after I found out. 4th of July actually was when it was. And came back and still was like trying to deal with shit. And it got to the point where I realized that, like, you know what, man, you just got to worry about yourself. I think I was trying to worry like about other people's opinions more than my own. Mm-hmm. And through that, I kind of lost myself. Because I remember watching a video. I was sleeping in my car, and I was watching a video from the Greeley Do Tell. And I was looking at this like younger G who was just so like ambitious and like
full of
something, you know.
It's probably semen.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, probably. And I remember asking myself, like, that's not you. Like, who are you now? And that was a really hard question for me to ask myself. Like, I remember going to a point where I was like, holy shit, like, who am I?
Yeah.
And ever since then, I think I was just kind of like, all right, like, figure that out and just don't worry about anyone else, because right now, like, you matter more than anything in your world. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
I think that was a huge moment.
This might sound fucked up, but like one of like the biggest moments in my music like career, I guess, not even music career, but myself as being a better musician was when my first band broke up.
What was the name?
I'm not going to say that. No one cares.
I care.
But
see if
then
it was a terrible name or not.
But then I started Burrito Soup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Burrito Soup is kind of where like I just jumped in being like super creative, and I tried to be a better bass player, like just in general. And I think that's weird, like, because I got so comfortable, because like, I don't know, we did pretty well. Like I did an entire like summer and fall, like it was like 4 or 5 months actually, where I made like more money than I did working a real job.
Interesting.
Just because we had just the catalog to do it. Like we were playing like 3-hour shows as a band.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Actually,
but we had like a 5-hour set.
Yeah,
it was
nuts.
fucking ridiculous. Yeah, we were just like making pretty good money, especially for like 2015. And once that band broke up, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to stop this. Like, I don't want to stop doing this. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's still doing it. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Performing is awesome.
Yeah.
That was time. Let us know what you guys think. Also, one I forgot was quitting my bank job.
Oh yeah.
That was nuts. That was nuts. That was a crazy day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know any defining moments that you guys kind of have figured out or kind of felt. Sorry.
You're gonna break that. I thought you broke it. That's what I was like.
Oh no, just. But yeah, no. I think it's important to kind of look back and see what things you've done and what has made you come to this place that you're at now. And that, yeah. It's even if it's good or bad, it's still necessary to understand why. Okay, that was really
way to end on a very shitty note.
That was philosophical as fuck.
Moving on. Hopefully the next topic's funny.
It's not gonna be.
Round 4.
What'd that paper say? Hey, yo, bitch. Imagine, I would love to like interview DMX. Well, not anymore because he passed away.
Yeah, I was like, how are you gonna do that?
I guess that's probably a good transition.
How are you gonna do that?
It's probably a good transition to the subject, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good transition. The next
so
subject is celebrity deaths and social media.
Oh man, that was a terrible way to transition into that.
Well, it's you can edit it however you want, man.
So that is, I've always found it weird. Maybe not, because I guess I'm also like I've also done this, you know. But like when people kind of like say like, "Oh my god," like,
I was such a huge fan.
I mean, that's cool, I guess, but
they're fucking full of shit. I guarantee it.
I mean, when Glenn Frey died, I was actually pretty sad. I was like, "Oh, he's my favorite Eagle."
Yeah, I mean, because he's everyone's favorite Eagle, because the rest of them fucking suck.
I mean, Don Henley like had more hits than
Don Henley's a fucking douchebag though.
Yeah, so was Glenn Frey, dude. They're all pretty douchey. Timothy B. Schmidt's the best one.
Glenn Frey didn't go to Congress and like bitch about how music is getting stolen. Fucking straight up pulled a Metallica circa 2012 or whatever.
Can we at least agree that the best Eagle is Joe Walsh?
Yes, we can agree on that.
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Yeah, talk like this the whole time.
That's a terrible Joe
No,
Walsh
it's
impression.
not. That's a great impression. Dude, I'm telling you, it's a great impression.
I think
Kirk and Sal, let me know.
what spawned this topic for me is...
Because this is your topic, right?
I wouldn't say like I'm into jazz, but I'm kind of into jazz. Yeah. And then... This,
Jazz.
I think it was Chick Corea, actually. When he passed away, everybody all of a sudden became like a huge... like,
we talked about this before.
jazz nerd.
We talked about it was not him necessarily, but it was the guy from the Chili Peppers. Remember?
Oh, yeah, Sloan something. Yeah, it was the original guitar player for the Chili Peppers that had one, maybe two albums with them, and that's before they even blew up. This was like a decade prior to them being famous, or close to it anyway. And then everyone's just like, oh, you were such an influence on me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, he didn't play any fucking songs with them. Like, I'm pretty sure he was barely on the first album and then got fired because he did too many drugs.
Also,
you know you're fucked up. You do too many drugs when the Chili Peppers fire you for doing too many drugs.
Yeah, for real.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, Flea's like, hey, man, you got to go. Like, word.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, and it's like everyone just all of a sudden cares about these musicians or celebrities that like...
Well, I mean, but it's also...
they never really like seem to care about.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, if you obviously do have like an admiration to an actor, a musician, a writer, you know, absolutely, I get that.
I still say,
but
I don't get it. I still don't get it. You didn't fucking know this person.
Yeah, but I mean, I was upset when Prince died, but I wasn't gonna like, you know, I think I put like maybe like R.I.P. to the legend, or you know.
Weren't gonna Kurt Cobain yourself?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Just going on dead celebrities, man. I don't know.
Fucking Mary, what's her face?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe.
What? Okay, yeah, sure.
She also Kurt Cobain herself.
No, she didn't. Whoa.
Oh, hey.
Elvis Presley died on the toilet.
Yeah, he pushed too hard. But anyway, so that's not even a joke. That's what happened.
He's like, bah. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm done making jokes about Elvis.
Yeah, okay.
No, but I mean, like, I totally get it. I mean, when Lennon died, he had a huge influence and a huge following. He was a huge inspiration, so I get that.
Like the Soviet leader Lenin?
Yes.
Okay.
Leningrad, right?
Yep.
No, okay, so if there's... What's one celebrity you probably would be upset about, like, passing away?
Literally zero.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't fucking know them personally.
I mean, I guess if they pass away while their careers peak, I think that's different than them passing away while they're old.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Like, when, like, Biggie died, like, I get it, because he's like, oh, like, he's just getting started. Or Selena. Like, Selena makes a lot of sense to me as well. Because she was getting started with her English career. And then she ended up dying and passing away.
Didn't she get shot?
She got shot by her fucking fan club
President, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, I saw the movie
fucking
once.
Yolanda.
Yeah, I saw the movie once. I don't remember.
So yeah, like I think things like that really do matter. But I also hate the fact that like at what point is gone too soon not okay to use on someone, right?
Never. It's never too soon.
Okay, elaborate.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't.
It's like, it's never too soon. Like, it's just like, if they die and they're famous, then they did exactly what they wanted to do. Like, they went out before they fizzled out, you know? That's why it's never too soon.
That's fair. No, but I mean, like, like I saw this one about one of the Supremes passed away, and she was like 70 years old, and they're like, gone too soon. I'm like, was she though? Like, she lived a pretty good life.
I was like, the average age, man, is pretty much around 70, so.
Yeah, I hate to think that, like, at one point we're going to be like, oh, yeah, we were expecting that.
Yeah, dude, for real.
It's like, this is going to sound terrible, because I love my dogs, but, like, you know, if a dog's, like, 12 or 13 years old, and they're like, we need to euthanize them, be like, absolutely.
Yeah,
like, they lived a good life, you know? Like, what's that for us would be like, yeah, no, just... sucks he died, but yeah.
Anybody in... Oh, actually, that's
like
fucked up.
Like, if Clint Eastwood passed away, like, today,
yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I was going to say, also, like, anybody in the Avengers, but actually, somebody in the Avengers died. The Thunderbolt Ross. He just died, like, a week ago.
Yeah, but see, yeah, but no one knows who that is, but, you know...
But he was old.
But once Chadwick Boseman died, like, that made more sense why people were upset about that, because they're just like, man... Black Panther was cool. We only got one movie with him.
It didn't make sense why people were upset about it because they didn't know him personally.
No, but I mean, because they liked his craft. He was a phenomenal actor.
He was good.
No, he was a phenomenal actor.
I wouldn't say phenomenal.
I think
he's no Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, dude, he's way better than Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You shut your mouth. Have you seen his movie where he plays Thurgood Marshall? Kills it. He's so good. Oh man.
I don't know what that is.
In his final movie, man, too. Like
Was it 21 Bridges? His final movie?
No, his final movie was like a play that was made into it's in the style of a play, and he's a trumpet musician.
Okay.
It's really
Did
really
you say
good.
trumpet musician?
Yes.
The fuck does that even mean?
It's actually a really good movie. Like, and you can tell he's like so skinny and like so frail, and you can tell he's like letting it all just go at it.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. You should definitely watch it. But yeah, no, it's so like a Chadwick, I get that, but like yeah, like
I still don't get it, man. I still don't get it. I don't get why anybody is super upset about people they don't know dying. I really don't get it.
Well, yeah, but it's also different. It's also different. It's such a different world now, man. Because celebrities are so much part of people's lives now that I totally get that.
I guess.
I wouldn't understand why, but when Kim Kardashian passes away, there's gonna be a ton of people that are gonna be upset about that.
Yeah, because they're stupid.
I mean, maybe not.
Unless Kanye kills Kim, then
Jesus Christ,
then that would be sad.
That'd be pathetic.
Because that dude's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he is.
And no one like everyone's just like, oh, he's crazy, and I'm like, yeah, but like he's like kind of threatening people's lives, but it's okay because he's crazy.
Well, he got banned from Instagram, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Did he get banned from trying to kill Pete Davidson yet?
Oh yeah, I don't know. And that's time.
Did he get arrested for threatening people?
Told you it wasn't going to be a funny subject, you guys. Yeah, let us know your thoughts on celebrity passing away and how people deal with it. I don't mind it, as long as the person had like some type of emotional attachment towards their work. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Like when Michael Jackson passed away, I get both sides of it. People who didn't like him because of all that stuff, but also with people that actually really admired him, who made him maybe influence him to become musicians.
Yeah.
I totally get that as well.
I'm gonna say I'm not having a candlelight vigil for anybody or anything.
Not even me.
You're not famous.
Do you?
No.
I guess it depends on how I die too, though, right?
I mean, it'll probably be me, to be honest.
Jesus Christ.
Most people that like get murdered or whatever come from the person that loves them the most.
Moving on.
Are we though?
Yeah, we're moving on.
Okay.
Final round.
All right, y'all.
Oh, I wasn't ready. I scratched my
The
face.
final subject for this episode. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you guys look up GFI Productions. They're the ones who help us with this video.
That's us, by the way.
Yep.
If you guys are looking to start a podcast or need any music or video or photography, let us know.
All that fun stuff. Final subject is... Oh, shit. Okay. Why did
paused.
Why did everyone try skateboarding in the 2000s?
You want to try and say that less monotone?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, this is going to be more you than me because I didn't really try skateboarding.
Well, I mean, the answer is because Avril Lavigne invented skateboarding. So
I hate you so much.
but
you
no.
gotta say it's gotta be Tony Hawk, right?
Well, it's more so like why everyone
Wore Vans.
Yeah, well, like wore Vans and like Etnies and DCs, like why that became a trend yet nobody skateboarded. I guess I'm more of a closer to it because I actually did skateboard, but I was so shit at it that like when people like just pretended and were posers, it made me more offended. So I'm like, I'm actually out here trying and I fucking suck.
I mean, I think there's Tony Hawk definitely helped 1, 2, and 3. They're all pretty decent for for what they are.
I guess, man. Tony Hawk was like washed up by that point though.
Yeah, but his video games weren't.
I mean,
Tony Hawk 3 was his last best one, and then after that, anything that happened outside
Underground
of that
was way better than Tony Hawk 3.
I
Tony Hawk 1 and 2 were pretty good, but those came out in like the 90s, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still an influence as to what's happening.
I still have the 64 games right over there.
We also have the reimagined versions.
And we played it once.
Yeah. Oh, this is stupid.
Yeah, it was bad.
No, I think it was that. I think it was also the X Games were super huge then. Like Shaun White coming out and doing like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I never really got into it. I think also what helped was like Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah,
And
that was 2010s or like late 2000s.
No, that was late 2000s, but still
that
like
was late 2000s.
Like DC
sure.
like blew up. I feel like DC blew up like around that time because of
DC
him
was
as well.
exploded before that, bro. I actually stopped wearing DCs because of Rob Dyrdek.
I don't know. Robin Big was one of my favorite shows. So
yeah, man, that was like right after we were out of high school. That was like 2008.
yeah, I still was in high school.
Okay,
It was
barely.
2007, sir.
Barely.
I'll check. Let's see.
All right, let's go.
Keep on talking about your skate. Oh no! Keep on talking about your skate shit. I'm gonna pick up all these subjects and all this fun stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like super weird to have like this huge cultural impact on high school kids, and yet none of the people were actually in the culture. They just kind of like dressed the part. And that was the first time I ever experienced like people being, again, like posers. And then the second time, I guess, was like even when the trend shifted from skaters to like emo kids. It was like there was a huge like cultural battle between the skater kids and the emo kids for some reason. And I never understood that. Gii was probably neither of those kids.
2006 was when Robin Big came out.
Oh, there you go.
So you're way off.
I was pretty close.
I was a freshman in high school, so I wasn't coming out of high school. Anyways,
You were a freshman in 2006? You
no,
graduated
2005.
You graduated in 9.
2005 then.
Yeah.
All right, I was a sophomore. Regardless, I was still not even close to becoming a senior. Also, I fucking hated high school. I don't know why I'm arguing this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's also,
I was a junior, so maybe that's why.
It's kind
I
of-
forgot you're just a little baby.
I mean, I got held back. Don't ask me why.
I know why. You
You
stupid.
No, I'm not. No, but I think it's also like that whole era, especially being a teenager. Like, do you really know what? I don't know. You can't really call a teenager a poser, can you?
Yeah, you definitely can.
How?
Because teenagers are the fakest fucking people I've ever met in my entire life.
Duh. So you can't call them posers. They're
You
just
can't.
they're just
They're fucking. That's literally the
subconsciously
definition.
fake.
That's literally. They're not subconsciously fake. They're fake on purpose.
No, they're just trying to figure
No,
it out.
They're not figuring it out. They're just.
They're
being,
trying to figure it
They're
out.
being douchey.
I don't know, dude.
There's not a single teenager that I've ever met that's not a douchebag.
So I guess that means that Chris is still a teenager. Oh,
That literally made no sense.
Because you're douchey. You poser.
But I'm not a poser though.
You're a toker.
I'm literally the least poser of any person you've ever met.
You try
because
so-
I don't try to do anything.
So you try so hard not to be a poser that you become a poser.
That's literally not how it works.
I mean, sure. No, but
I don't try to not be a poser because I don't try to do anything.
denial.
I actually had a conversation with Clark the other day, and we were talking about just being a hipster, and I called him a hipster, and he's like, "You're a fucking hipster too, man." I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're on opposite spectrums of hipsterism." Like, very, like, polar opposite ends of hipsterism.
So you're saying that the hipster is a view.
It's a mindset, kind of. So he's like the kind of hipster that, like, tries to be a hipster, and I'm hipster by default because I don't give a fuck about anything. And that's one of the key things about being a hipster is you like what you like and don't give a fuck.
So you're admitting that you're a hipster.
Yeah, it's what it is, man.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It's the first step.
Yeah, at least I didn't wear a
Poser.
stupid fucking fedora.
Yeah, I did, man. I actually enjoyed my fedora phase, but I realized
No, you
I realized
did it. You
no, I
talk
did.
shit on yourself.
Well,
the
now I
entire
do,
time.
yeah, for sure. But I also realized because the reason why I talk shit about myself is because I realized that none of those hats actually fit.
Yeah, that's very true.
You know what I
Weren't they
mean?
supposed to ill fit though?
No, I just couldn't. I was like, I would just be happy with like a fedora that kind of fit.
That's fair.
So-
we should get you a custom fedora. From,
I honestly
from
kind of
Trent.
want to, dude. I kind of miss the fedora phase a little
It'll
bit.
probably be like $900 though for how much fabric they have to use for your head.
No, for sure. That's why, honestly. But also, like, I realized, I mean, you want to, we're not even talking about skating anymore, but that's fine.
It was mostly trends in high school was
Yeah.
the whole point, and then you bailed on me halfway through the conversation.
No,
so
but
it's fine.
but it's also one of those things where I think I didn't know, like, what style I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Because I was always trying to fit in. And now,
See?
now,
Poser.
I mean, those teenagers, again, teenagers. It's fucking stupid. So we're all, okay, teenagers, you're all posers. But I just finally got to the point where I was like, you know what? Just give me some sneakers, some shorts, and a shirt, and I'm happy.
Yeah, there you go.
And now, like, I wear hats a lot because I don't want to get a haircut.
Yeah, there you go.
It's true. You guys want to see my hair right now? Look at this.
Nope.
Look at this craziness.
Jesus fuck.
It's all right.
Censored. Censored. No one wants to see that. That'll get us.
goose.
That'll get us kicked off of YouTube.
Look at this thing.
That'll get us kicked off of YouTube.
Anyway, skating.
It was literally half the point of the story, but you bailed on me. What the fuck are you doing?
So skating. It was absolutely nothing that I can get into, but it's kind of cool. You think the whole skater thing is coming in a little too late now because we have 2-3 skate parks in Greeley now?
Yeah, that's so fucking
professionally,
annoying. That's so fucking annoying.
Why is it
to me.
annoying?
Because they didn't exist. They didn't exist back in the day. Like
So
there
you're
was,
just jealous that they got them now, but not during
no,
your
there was
time.
one on Peakview and one on 23rd. and
There
the
was one at Sunrise, sir.
The 23rd one sucked. That's not Greeley. That's Evans.
No, the one at Sunrise?
Yeah.
Sunrise is Greeley.
Where the fuck is Sunrise?
In the ghetto. Oh, don't go past the railroad tracks, you guys, because that's fucking Sunrise.
I thought there was
That's where I
one in
grew up.
Evans.
There probably was. I don't know.
think there was.
I wasn't a
But
skater,
anyway, so like the one at Peakview was the cool one to go to, and the one off 23rd was just fucking shit.
Are you talking about the one that's like by the Wells Fargo off of 10th and like 63rd?
Probably.
There's one over there.
It's
I don't
literally
know.
called Peakview, so I don't. If you don't know,
Dude, I don't know white neighborhoods, man. Come on. All I remember is like
That's weird because that's where all my Asian friends lived. So
over there by what's that one called? Knott's. Oh, what is it? Right by Northridge?
no, it's not even that far away. It's
Oh.
way closer than that.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
like by
I
the
don't-
Sonics.
Like on 10th?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like right by Northridge.
It's not by Northridge. It's not even close to Northridge, dude.
That's pretty close.
No, it's not.
Northridge is pretty close to that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Northridge is like fucking 15 blocks the other direction.
It's still closer to
not,
here.
Dude.
Like this, like
it's close. We're so much closer to Peakview from my house than Peakview is to Northridge.
I doubt that.
100% accurate.
Anyways, I don't know. I guess leave us comments about that. I don't fucking know. This was Chris's subject, so it's stupid.
Yeah, because you fucking bailed halfway through the topic. So
because I told you it's gonna be mostly you.
Because the whole point was trends in high school, and then you're like, oh,
that was not the point. The point was, why did everyone do skateboarding in the 2000s?
Yeah, that was the trend. The trend.
And
in
then
high
I told
school.
you Robin Big, and you're just like, there was when I was a fucking senior, because I'm old as fuck. Me. My name's Chris, and I play bass. Anyways, make sure you guys follow us on Facebook and Instagram. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Amazon, thank you so much. All those fun things. I always forget where we're at. Apple Podcast, Spotify.
I don't even know if we're on half of those anymore.
No, we are. We definitely are.
Well, I checked the thing the other day, and it said we had to.
Oh yeah, it says
get
that.
listed
Yeah,
all
for
the
some
time.
reason it says that, but we're definitely on them.
Sus.
I don't know.
Sus.
I'll show you. I will.
Okay.
And if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the belly. What do you say?
Tickle that bell.
Tickle the bell. That's what it is. And make sure you guys tune in on Friday for the DVD extras, because we actually have something we want to talk about that's super important.
I already forgot.
John Williams.
Oh yeah.
And if you guys don't know who John Williams is, look him up.
Fuck.
Anyways, you guys have a good one. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you guys next week here.
See, and that's the hipster thing I'm fucking telling you about.
What?
Fucking John Williams.
What? I like that.
I'm not saying I don't eat. I'm just saying the conversation is the fucking hipsters.
Make sure you guys tune in. Thank you guys again so much. Have a good one. See you guys next time.
Hipsters suck.
He doesn't like himself. Bye.